Assam Mps demand action on annual flood crisis. Gaurav Gogoi pushes for urgent flood management in Parliament. Parliamentarians urge national problem status. Pani Bhushan Chaudhary urges permanent flood situation. Congress MPs criticize budget for ignoring Assam's flood issues. Every year, Assam faces severe flooding, and once again, this pressing issue took center stage during the recent Lok Sabha budget session. Members of Parliament from Assam voiced their concerns and frustration on behalf of their constituents. Congress Deputy Leader in Lok Sabha, Gaurav Gogoi, moved an adjournment motion to address the flood management issue in Assam. Gogoi highlighted that despite the state's annual flood crisis, the budgetary allocation for flood management remains woefully inadequate. He criticized the budget session for only briefly mentioning the Assam flood situation and called for an urgent and in-depth discussion. Gogoi urged the House to press the government for concrete measures to tackle the flood management crisis in Assam. Assam's longest-serving MLA, now the newly elected MP from Borpata constituency, Pani Bhushan Chaudhary from AGP, also raised the flood issue during the budget 2024-25 discussion. Chaudhary drew attention to Assam's geographical vulnerability, noting that flood-prone areas in the state are 4 times the national average. While he acknowledged the central government's assistance in managing the crisis, Chaudhary called for comprehensive and permanent solution. He proposed the formation of a committee to address the ongoing erosion and flood problems effectively.
Regarding this budget, I must quote one line from the budget.
AGP.
I quote, Assam grapples with flood every year by the Brahmaputra River and its tributaries originating outside India. We will provide assistance to Assam for flood management and related projects. In this regard, I want to say something regarding floods of Assam, floods and erosion of Assam. If we go to the national statistics, the flood-prone area of Assam is 4 times the national mark of the flood-prone area of the country. Record shows that the average annual area affected by flood is 9.31 lakh hectare. The flood-protected area of the state is 1,600-500 square kilometer till date. সভানেত্ৰী মহাশয়া, মই এই বানপানী আৰু গৰাখহনীয়া সংক্ৰান্তত এই বছৰ যি বানপানী হৈ গৈছে, এতিয়ালৈকে 2টা ৱেভ ফ্লাড অসমত হৈ গৈছে। আৰু এই 2টা ৱেভত অসমত এতিয়ালৈকে 98 জন মানুহৰ প্ৰাণহানি হৈছে, মৃত্যু হৈছে।
Assam Congress MP Rakibul Hussain also voiced his concern in Parliament, urging the central government to send an all-party delegation to assess the ongoing realities of the flood situation. Hussain advocated for declaring Assam's long-standing flood issue as a national problem to underscore the urgency and gravity of the situation.
Important, valuable and burning problem of my constituency Dhubri and the problem of whole of Assam. Sir, ये problem है erosion का, ये प्रॉब्लम है मिट्टी कटाव का। इसलिए ब्रह्मपुत्र एंड 33 ट्रिब्यूटरीज में ऐसा होता है सर, वहाँ इतना ज़्यादा मिट्टी को निकाल जाती है, 1000-2000 जमीन एक ही बारी में ब्रह्मपुत्र नदी में समा जाता है। सर 100 बीघा जमीन का मालिक सर एक ही दिन में रास्ते में आ जाता है, और इसी आदमी को यहाँ दिल्ली में आके किसी लोगों ने घूसपेटिया कह देते हैं, बाहर का आदमी कह देते हैं। इसीलिए माई रिक्वेस्ट इज सर to send a all-party delegation not to see the situation, but to see the ground reality of the situation. The last, sir, my request is to the government of Assam, government of India, to send a team to that erosion problem spot, and the problem of flood and erosion as a national problem. I again request you, sir, ये गुजारिश है, हमारा अनुरोध है.
Alongside Congress MP Pradyut Bordoloi also addressed the flood issues affecting Assam. Bordoloi praised Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman for her consistent attention to Northeast in her budget speech. However, he criticized the budget for insufficient action on the pressing problem faced by the region. Bordoloi highlighted three major issues: flood, riverine erosion, and the protection of the 5,000-kilometer length of riverine embankments. He echoed the call for the central government to declare Assam's flood and erosion issues as national problems.
Sir, Honorable Finance Minister, this time in the budget, acting East is basically more of acting and less of action. It is very unfortunate that, especially when it comes to addressing the perennial and most pressing, the real-time problems of the Northeast, this budget has completely overlooked. Sir, we don't have any grudge for Bihar having bagged 11,500 crores for flood mitigation measures, but merely giving a lip service to the Northeast for addressing the most pressing and perennial and most difficult and deeper malaise of the Assam floods, especially when the Finance Minister herself admitted in the speech that the Brahmaputra water system originates beyond borders. So it has got international ramifications, but it's very unfortunate that we felt this budget of hers, the Honorable Finance Minister budget, ought to have taken a greater cognizance of this problem of the Northeast. Sir, Northeast or Assam basically suffers from three perennial problems. One is floods. Second is riverine erosion. And third is the protection of the almost 5,000 kilometer length of river embankments. So I have a suggestion also. I have a submission before the government. Sir, we want three things. The greatest contribution that the Northeast can give to the country at a time when we are going to have the climate change and global warming is our abundant source of fresh water.
The Assam MPs have repeatedly raised their voice in Parliament, calling for meaningful action and resources to address their state's flood and erosion problems. Their unified appeal for the central government to recognize this issue as a national problem continues to gain momentum. As the debate progresses, the key question remains: how will the central government respond? And what comprehensive solution will be proposed to address Assam's long-standing challenges? News Desk report, Any News.